Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Asha and this is my channel Studio Asha. And in today's topic or video, I'm going to talk about how I use AI in my interior design business. I know that AI is a controversial topic, but I personally believe that change is a part of life and we should embrace it and not resist it. So in my business, I use AI just like another tool such as SketchUp or AutoCAD or Canva, and it really enhances my overall creativity, my efficiency, and my productivity. So if you are someone that shares a similar design philosophy or life philosophy, I thought I would share how I use AI in my business because there are several. So let me know if you want to have more videos like this. Just comment below. All right, let's get started. Before we start diving into examples, I thought it would be helpful to give you some tips on using AI. And one of the first tips is to think of AI as a collaborator on a project that you're working on. One of the ways I use AI, which I find extremely helpful, is using it as a brainstorm partner on various different aspects of each project that I have. This is when you start getting into prompting. Prompting is just another way you give instructions to an AI. Think about the term Googling. It's basically telling the AI what you want it to do. And at the heart of every AI is the prompt. So it is your job to give the AI context. And one of the ways to give an AI context is to first give it a persona or an identity. And then second is to describe the task that you want it to perform. If you use specific language and specific information with an AI, you will get more specific answers. So the longer the prompt, the better. And the shorter ones will probably provide more general information. So the more specific you can get, the more specific results and outcomes the AI can give you. All right, let's get into some examples. So right now in my design business, I have a client who wants to remodel their kitchen and the project budget is around $300,000 to $350,000. And I want to use AI to start brainstorming different design directions and what would be best for my client. The first design direction is whether I keep the existing cabinetry and have it resurfaced and repainted, or the second design direction is ripping out all of the existing cabinetry and replacing them with prefabricated cabinets. So how do I use AI to do this? Let's jump in. All right, so now I've switched over to my computer so I can show you how I use ChatGPT. Once I share my screen and heading over to ChatGPT. Now, this is the free version. There are more features you get with the paid version, but for what we are going to be utilizing ChatGPT today for, the free version is enough. Okay, so what can I help you with? Well, remember how I said that we first want to give our AI a persona or an identity. So much like in the real world where I meet a licensed contractor on site for my projects, I would like to give the identity of a contractor in the Bay Area that works on luxury homes, residential homes, and has worked on several kitchen remodels. So to save you from me typing all of this, I'm just going to start copying and pasting so you get the hang of it. So you are a high-end residential contractor based in San Francisco Bay Area, experienced luxury kitchen remodels. You're collaborating with an established interior designer, me, on a new kitchen project, and I'm considering two options for the cabinetry. So this really anchors our AI into being in the San Francisco Bay Area in the contractor and high-end residential industry. That's why I'm so specific. Like I mentioned, the more specific we are, the better context or the better output we're going to get. So now I want to give the two options. So I want to know if I went the design route of resurfacing and repainting the existing cabinets and keeping the current layout and where all the appliances stand and all the plumbing stands and the structure is intact, Or I also want to know the second design direction, or what we're collaborating on or talking about, is removing the existing cabinets and replacing them with prefabricated ones that fit the space and the design vision that I have. So now we've given it a lot more context. We've given our AI contractor my two design directions that I'm going to go, the two scope of work that I'm considering. Now, the second prompt, or the second context we need to give, is to literally write out the task I want it to help me with. And I want to also add restrictions of the project. So the task I want to know is, I want your expert advice on the pros and cons of each approach, including considerations of the budget, the installation time, the durability. Are prefabricated cabinets usually better than repainting existing cabinets? And the overall impact of the space aesthetics and the functionality of both. All right. Oh, and I'm gonna give, here are the restrictions. I like to add restrictions because every project has them. And so this helps our AI come up with even better solutions or a timeline that can help. So one of our restrictions is that the project has to be done within 9 months. The client budget is 300K for the entire remodel, including contractor and designer fees. And the client has a small child. Let me know if there are safety considerations. All right, and let's press enter. All right, so as a high-end residential contractor experienced in luxury kitchen remodels, here's my perspective on the two cabinetry options to consider. And then it goes ahead and lists pros and cons of each direction, giving you very bite-sized paragraphs on the different things, the different tasks, or the different restrictions that we wanted to know about this. It's very, very helpful to start using this to start brainstorming things that maybe you haven't thought about in the design process, or thinking about child safety. And then it gives recommendations. It can spit out so much information that is very helpful in having you be able to really start thinking about the scope of work and which design direction might be better for your clients. Now, from there, I pretty much just start asking questions around certain things that I would like to continue knowing, or that might come up, as if I was talking to an actual contractor. So, for example, let's say, okay, how do the timelines compare between resurfacing versus replacement? We've got a very, short amount of window, 9 months, to get this kitchen remodel done. What are the different types of actions or the scope for each scenario? And here it is. It's listing the comparison with, a typical week, which typical time frame, which is always really helpful to know, and to be able to maybe answer to your clients when they are asking these type of questions. And it has, the amount of time it would take to do prefabricated cabinetry, because that often needs to be shipping and installation and making the cabinets all have to be considered in the timeline. So that also can help me really gauge of whether one route is going to be easier than the other, or if I need to come back and approach my client because I really feel like maybe putting in prefabricated cabinets is the better choice, that I can let them know that that would be a longer timeline. Now, just to be clear, I don't use AI to replace actual licensed contractors. It's always important to double check your numbers and the information that is provided, and consult with a professional. But with that said, you can see how AI is a great tool for helping you brainstorm and helping you collaborate on a project. And for me, I love using it to help me determine design directions and scope of work for my clients, especially when there's a certain budget and restrictions, which is every project. And that's just one way you can use AI. I use AI for 3D renderings, to provide business feedback, to evaluate floor plans, to write client emails. And I'll do another video of another way I might use AI in my business if you're interested. So just hit the subscribe button so that you can be notified for that. All right, that wraps up today's video. Thank you for staying tuned. I'll link a free version of the ChatGPT in my show notes for you. And I hope this video just helped you start feeling more confident in using AI to your advantage, if nothing else. Yeah, so until next time, everybody, stay curious and stay creative. Bye.